All right, I'm here with Coach Price. He's a basketball coach and he's a math teacher at New Berlin High School. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Mason?
Pretty good. How do you like being a teacher and a coach at the same time?
Well, I've told a lot of people this. I've always wanted to be a coach, and going into college, I did not really know what to do with my life. To be honest with you, both of my parents were teachers, so I did not really want to be a teacher. But then I realized I'd be good at it, and I'd have fun with it, and it would provide me an opportunity to coach. The thing I like most about being a coach and a teacher, though, is it's pretty much the same job.
Yeah.
Like in basketball, you're teaching things about basketball, but you're still being a teacher. In math, you have to coach people up. It's the same thing. And being a teacher makes me a better coach, and being a coach makes me a better teacher. So it works out best that I'm a teacher and a coach. And it gets busy. Sometimes I feel like I'm not very prepared, but it's still the dream, man.
Yeah. Which one do you like more?
Don't tell my boss, but coaching. Don't tell Hattie, Miss Llewellyn, but coaching.
What are your expectations for the rest of the season, JV and varsity wise?
I'll start with varsity, but for varsity, I think we all have a team goal to get to Champaign,
Yeah.
but I'm big on we got to go day by day because there's things that we're doing now that we need to improve on if we're going to get to the end goal. I'm a big little things matter type of guy. So,
Yeah.
like all the little things that you do in a game to help win, it's the same thing in the course of the season. You got to do all the little things to accomplish your end goal at the end of the year. So, today's Friday. We play South County. In my mind, South County is the biggest game of the year right now. And then we have our next game on Saturday. That will be our biggest game of the year that day. It's a day by day thing.
What about JV?
JV, as a JV coach, I'm coaching guys that are either part of the rotation or guys that are aspiring to be a part of the varsity rotation. And my goal as a JV coach is prepare those guys to succeed when they are given a varsity chance, or in some cases, help develop a kid that can show out and say, hey, I can play varsity, and help us out win. So that's what I love about also being the assistant. Like I kind of help. It's kind of like minor leagues almost. You help
Yeah.
develop those guys and get them to the major leagues. Kind of same thing with JV varsity. It's kind of cool to see guys improve from year to year, and then hopefully are playing varsity ball for us too.
Yeah. Well, it's only your second year coaching and being here. So, how has Coach Lucas and players you've coached so far helped you become a better person and coach?
Um, you know, for Coach Lucas, he teaches me a lot more, less about X's and O's, honestly, and more about just dealing with relationships and how to talk to individuals. And in fact, I think that's where I learned most of it from is his core values of really embracing the idea that if he lets the boys know that he loves them and cares about them, they will listen to him whenever he's screaming at them. And I think that's you can know all the X's and O's possible, but if you don't have that relationship and have the trust of the locker room, I don't think you're really going to make a big difference there. So like you have to be build that relationship with your players where they respect you enough to listen to you and let you be coached because I think it's getting harder and harder to coach.
Yeah.
I think kids are a little bit more set in their ways than they used to be. So I think that's the most important thing is developing that relationship with kids. And honestly, just family too. I think I see how he really appreciates his family and how family is by far the most important thing for him. And it's kind of made me appreciate my family even a bit more. And I already appreciated it before, but I find myself trying to do more in my own family now too. So I think that's the better person, and I think all that goes into being a better coach too.
Yeah, and he makes us better players by making us all a family.
Yeah.
Saying he loves us and stuff like that.
And I think for team success, I've always been big on, got to be together. If we have a bunch of individuals that aren't meshing and they don't believe in that family aspect, I don't think we're going to be very good.
Yeah.
You have to be able to die for your teammate on the floor out there.
Yeah.
You know.
So last question: if all the coaches played in a 1v1 tournament, who would win?
I think if we were all in our primes, Coach Lucas might get me. Might.
What about Coach Day?
Coach Day guarded me once in high school. Their team did win, but he didn't guard me well. I'd take Coach Day. But Coach Lucas in his prime, he might get me. I don't know about Coach Ralph. I think now I could take care of Coach Ralph. I think right now I can take care of Coach Lucas too. But he also might break my arm if we played one-on-one too. So I'm going to go with myself. But back into all of our primes, Coach Lucas. I've never watched him play, but I can imagine he was pretty insane guy to play against.
You think it comes down to the day of when you guys are 1v1ing, just who's on?
Sure.
Sure. All right. Well, nice talking to you, and hopefully we make it to Champaign.
Dang right.